Jesus. He's like, what do you want from Jesus? I can imagine him looking at him going, and then he goes, shh, to the seas. And they calm down and go back to sleep.
Right.
I kind of felt like that today. But I wanted to read you a couple things. Because I know as people of God, we're going to face some trials and tribulations, and that's when we get to shine. We get to shine. We get to face these things. And it wouldn't be proper for me to stand up here and tell you about the Word of God and not try to equip you with it. Some simple things that if you don't know or if you already know, that I just want to bring up some points, you know what I mean, about various trials. I'm going to be reading out of James. It's a very good book. It's got a lot of good knowledge in it. And I'm going to start in James chapter 1, verse 2. Okay? It says, "Consider it all joy, my brothers, when you meet with various trials, knowing as you do that this tested quality of your faith produces endurance." Does anybody know what endurance, the definition of endurance is?
To last.
Okay, that's part of it. It's the fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving away. There's another really good definition of it. It's the capacity of something to last or to withstand wear and tear. To endure is continuing or lasting or long-lasting or suffer patiently. So that's what the definition of endure is when they say have endurance. And
what scripture is that again?
What's that?
I'm sorry, what scripture is that?
It's going to be in 1 James chapter 1, verse 2.
Got it.
Consider it all joy when you go through trials. And what a trial is, if anybody knows what that is, this is a person, a thing, or situation that tests a person's endurance. See, that endurance of yours is going to be tested. To endure, to patiently suffer. And the trial is that. It's a person or thing, a situation that tests a person's endurance or forbearance. And if you don't know what forbearance is patient self-control. Your forbearance, what your forbearance is your patient self-control. Okay? It's your resistance and your tolerance to something. So when it says have forbearance, that's what it means. And that will be tested under various trials as you walk through life. And that's what James has started. Well, I think it's Paul here. You wrote a lot of the books, but that's what it's saying. That's what it's stating here. It says, "But let endurance complete its work." Okay? "So that you may be complete and sound in all aspects, not lacking anything." See, that's where I'm at today. I'm the type of person that I endure things. I endure sufferings. And I count it all joy. So when somebody comes up against you, when a trial comes your way and you endure, that's so it says, "But let endurance complete its work, so that you may be complete and sound, not lacking in anything." So if any of you is lacking in wisdom, let him keep asking God, for he gives generously to all, without reproaching. So you got to keep asking God through various trials. So while you're going through the trial, you know what, like when I first started out, what I would do, if somebody was at me, I would speak for the glory of God, for the glory of God, for the glory of God. Right? If I didn't like when I was having to clean something or do something, I'd be like, for the glory of God, for the glory. And then I started to see that I was focusing completely on Jesus, asking him to give me patience. And then the more I practiced this, the more I endured this, and the more I kept asking him. I recognized I was going through a trial, and I asked him in the trials. It says keep asking him. It doesn't say stop asking him. Ask one time and you'll get it and you'll keep it forever. It says keep asking him, because the enemy, he's smart. Like we said, you know, he's cunning. He's a roaring lion. When you think of a lion, they're cunning. And they're waiting for somebody to devour. So he's watching you. He's watching where your weaknesses are. And every time these problems crop up, you need to ask the Lord for strength. You come to the Lord in your times of need, mercy, and trials, and he's going to answer you. He's going to guide you. But you have to wipe away all the mess first so you can hear it's a soft story. So when I do this, you want to come closer and you want to hear me, right? So you lean in.
Right.
When it's the soft, still voice that you need to listen to. But when you got to work to try to find.
That's right.
Okay, so it says keep asking God, for he gives generally to all without reproaching, and It will be given to you. So that's a promise. It's another promise in the Bible that it will be given to you if you ask Him. Okay? But let Him